today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were losers their last time out. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Ingram. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this will be taken at the 13. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Mayfield off the play fake. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
From the 38, Mayfield. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd and inches, Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. 7 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 38, Burrow. And this will be incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Coup now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Gets by him at the 25. Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he gets it up past the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey,
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. Shreds the tackle, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A give running right is Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it was. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The kicker on for the point after.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals offense returns to the field, coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. His throw incomplete. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Now Burrow on first down. This one hauled in by Sample. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Open man right side is Ingram. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Again, it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Mayfield looks to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And again, it's Chubb. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Chubb running right. Fights through him and just shutting him off there. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. This is caught. Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Chubb. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Chubb again. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Point after here coming up. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 180.
They go play action with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From midfield now, Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. A strong running. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To Joe Mixon. Tackle made at the 9-yard line. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll give it to Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Coup for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. from the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation. with your offensive unit and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Patterson on the draw play. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now Mayfield and the Browns down 24-21, just over 1:40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Mayfield. Pass caught by Hooper. That catch good for only a couple.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Mayfield. Finding Hunt. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Baker. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Now it's Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. Well, with these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught inside the 5. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's caught. Not much there, only a yard. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mayfield. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A great game, partner. A spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish. And as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
So for Cleveland, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.